And the final lesson for this chapter involves equations with logs. So look, I have to solve for x. So a couple things we can do here. If it ends up, the equation, look, like I have to get the equation to either have log or log in a number. So right now I have 2 logs on this side and 1 log on that side. I can't drop the logs. So I have to use some sort of property. Let me combine these two. So that's log base 3, or the base is b, the base is the same, so I can do that. And then 3 times x equals log base b to the 12. Just like we can drop, like if I had 2 to the x equals 2, 3, I can drop the bases. I could drop the logs. So drop the logs on both sides. 3x equals 12. X equals 4. Now, the domain of any log has to be greater than or equal, or greater than 0. So if I have log of x, that means anything that goes in here must be greater than 0. So if I have, like if I had log of x minus 1, anything that goes in here has to be greater than 0. So x must be greater than 1. That's my domain. If I have log x plus 2, anything in here must be greater than 0. So x must be greater than minus 2. That's my domain. Because we're going to have extraneous solutions with this one. So part B, I can't drop the logs because I have an uneven amount of logs. So right here, I'm going to use the properties. Log base 3, x plus 1 over x minus 1 equals log base 3, 2. Drop the logs. X plus 1 over x minus 1 equals 2 over 1. Cross multiply. X plus 1 equals 2x minus 2. Subtract x, add 2, I get 3. So to make sure, plug 3 in. 3 plus 1 is 4. That's greater than 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. That's greater than 0. So that solution's okay. So with this one, log, see it's base 10, so I can use the properties. 100. That's 2. Log 100 is 2 because it's like 10 to the 1 is 100. 2 equals x. That one's done. With this one, let's do the properties. So let's bring that one up. Log base 3, 2x plus 1 divided by x squared equals 1. So I could circle that. So 3 to the 1 equals 2x plus 1 over x squared. Cross multiply. 3x squared equals 2x plus 1. And I have to solve this. So 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 equals 0. Let's see if this factors. Yep. So x equals negative 1/3, x equals 1. Now, one of these is probably going to be extraneous. So if I plug in negative 1/3, it's going to, I can't plug it in here. See, this has to be greater than 0. If I plug negative 1/3 in here, it's okay, because 2 times negative 1/3 plus 1 is some positive number, but it fails right here, so that can't work. 1 in here and 1 in here is good, so the answer is just 1. All right, here's this one. Bring that up. Drop the logs. X squared is 16, so x equals plus minus 4. I can only use the positive because minus 4 in here ruins it. All right, I gotta do properties, so actually, you know what I could do? I could property this one, log 20x. I could add that over here, and I could property that one. Drop the bases. 20x is 21, divide both sides by 20. Let me get that. By the way, you could solve this with the graphing calculator if you wanted to. Like you go to y equals, you could have 2 you do that. And then on this side, so now we're going to do, anybody want to answer this one? Rakaya. Good, second, trace, intersect. All right. And then first curve. So I like to go right on it. So enter, enter, enter. Landon, stop talking to Pratik. So x equals 4. That's it. Okay, with this one, I can make this easier. Anybody know what this value should be? It's a 2. 3 to the what is 9? 2. So turn that into a number. So I could add 2. Divide both sides by 2. Circle. That's a 9. Subtract 4. X is 5. If I plug 5 in here, I get 9, so that's okay. This one, let's use properties. Log, that's going to be x squared minus x, multiplying. Log 2x plus 10. So with this one, I could drop the logs. X squared minus x is 2x plus 10. Subtract 2x. Subtract the 10. I get 0. Factor it. Anytime there's more than one answer, something's going to be extraneous, usually. So if I plug 5 in, I get 5, 4, 20. If I plug in minus 2, nope, it fails here. It fails here too, but so that's why it can't be minus 2. You get 5. All right, with this one, properties log base 3, 5x equals log base 3, 7 plus x. Drop the log base 3's. Subtract x. And then we get 7/4. Properties. All right, I gotta foil that out. Circle it. Four to the 1 is 4. So here, I'm going to add that over here. Add this over here. I'm going to subtract that over there to get this. plus 2 minus 1 is what it's going to factor into. So I get negative 2 and 1. Negative 2 works. Negative 2 and 3 is 1. 2 minus minus 2 is 4. Okay, and that's going to be 1. Let's, okay, so let me just do a check of this. I want to make sure. Negative 2 and 1. So let's check. Negative 2. Log 4, 1. Log 4, it's negative 2, so that's a 4, equals 1. 4 to the what is 1. 4 to the what is 4. That works. Let's check 1. So log 4 to the plug in 1, 4, plus log 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 to the what? 4 to the what is 1. 1 and 0, so it works. They both work. Okay, I could divide both sides by 2, or I could square this up here, it doesn't matter. Log 4, 5x equals 3/2, circle. 4 to the 3/2 is 5x, so that's square root of 4 cubed, that's 64, so that's 8 is 5x, so x equals 8/5. Properties. X squared minus 2x is log ax plus 4. Drop the logs. Equals x plus 4. So let's subtract that. So we get x minus 4, x plus 1. So 4, negative 1. The negative 1 does not work. I'm going to move the 2 up here, so we get log 6 radical 54 squared becomes 54 minus log 6, 9 is x. Properties. 54 over 9, which is 6, so I get log 6 equals x. 6 to the what is 6, that's 1, so 1 is x. I'm going to use properties here. X divide x minus 1 is 1/2, circle. 4 to the 1/2 is x over x minus 1. 4 to the 1/2 is 2. So 2 over 1 is x. X minus 1. Cross multiply. 2x minus 2 is x. And if I add 2, all right, so x is going to be 2. No, wait. Or minus 2x, minus 2x. Yeah, x is 2. All right. Brain farts. Square that. Divide. Circle. That 2. So that's a 4. So 4 over 1 is x squared over x minus 1. So that's 4x minus 4 is x squared. So 0 is x squared minus 4x plus 4. So that's x minus 2, x minus 2. So we get 2 and 2. But I wouldn't really worry about that one. It's more of an honors question. All right, so we finished up logs, some review stuff at the end. So we're done with chapter 10. We got 2 chapters left, stats and probability.